Everybody, and welcome back. So I'm just going to share this on the screen so that you guys can see what was said right before we left. So this is our preview, I guess, trailer sort of thing that we're going to show here on the screen. So hopefully you can see this on the screen. Let's turn to camera number one. Once again, Christy Lamond is wrong. Samsung's projecting. And speaking of Samsung, I noticed something with Samsung technology somehow integrating with a church service. This is the Tech Boy with the This Week in the Tech Boy podcast. And for those of you who follow my X and Not the Boy feed, you might be wondering what the heck is he yapping about MI6, MI7? And here we have again Christy Lamond with, of course, the wildest takes once again. So let me give you the true story, the real story. So essentially, what if I told you that there was someone who potentially had the ability, who's not doing it right now, but I mean, there's these abilities right now. SSA has intercepted this intelligence, who potentially has the abilities of each and every one of my quote unquote greatest rivals. So, of course, we have the popular like Nika from the SSA LTW series. All right, so as you guys saw on the screen, it's completely ridiculous. Oh wow, we already have a chat. Hello, Breeze Pod. Yeah. Anyway, what we have here, what we were seeing here, is completely ridiculous. I mean, this is Chrissy Lamont once again trying to advocate for Chrissyism. That is what this is. Okay. She has not a single shred of evidence. She can't subpoena my dreams. She has not a shred of evidence, not a single correct heart rate reading, not a single. Oh, Breeze Pride has a question for us. All right, yeah. Not a correct heart rate reading, not a shred of evidence. Nothing. Zip, zilch. She didn't even try to create a case. Look, even if she tried to create a case, it would be fake. Right? It wouldn't work. Okay? But like she didn't even try to create a case. She just did. Like this is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. So I haven't invited her. I essentially did AMA online. Of course, I knew going into this the full thing that these would be the questions. But let's just set the background information for you here again. So MI7, now MI6, is the code name for a person that I've been talking about on here as well. And now we have actually we did some analysis and we found out that yes, somehow this person is could be the makings of is not okay. If on slight chances to listen to this, is not my greatest rival, right? And in fact, we have some other policies that we're looking to advocate in terms of their as well. Oh, as we are in here, Breeze Pride has to have a favorite football team. Absolutely, the Houston Texans, the best team. They're going to win the Super Bowl this season. I am going to have to scroll on over here to get my laptop charger. All right, now we're back. All right, honestly, these people should get new material. Please get new material. I mean, honestly, this has been tried multiple times on me in high school. I mean, people have even tried, even more ridiculous things to try to stick to me, especially when we get into the election of 2022. Multiple things. And guys, guess what? Nothing ever happens. I can say whatever the heck. I can say whatever the heck I want. You nothing ever happens. Okay, you people should just give up. You should quit. You should surrender. Okay, look, I'm better at high school geopolitics than you. That's the statement here, and that's how it applies to this situation as well. So honestly, just give up. But anyway, Christian Lamont never gives up. Here we go. So let's get into the situation here. Guys, somehow blah blah blah. This is because the stupid promote thing. I don't want to promote. I'm gonna actually see what it says. Popular like Nika, as you guys know, Nika, my 8th grade rival over at Liberty Prep in the SSA LTW series, a Catholic version of Christy Lamont, smart like me, sneaky like Molly, and legacy like Focus Allison. Now, a rational person like this would read this and be like, wow, all of your greatest rivals combined into one person who's not a rival right now. But if you think about this, the intelligence services should pick up on things like this. You don't just wait for someone to become a rival and then activate. You look in and you say, wow, this person has the attributes that can turn into a rival. Oh, well, do you know what we can do with this as well? But of course, MI7, MI6, sorry, I accidentally broke SSA foreign policy because usually with our rivals, we're not trying to become I guess friends with them. Like we went out there, being like, yes sir. I mean, we were kind of friends, but we were be like, yes sir, guys. We're gonna be friends with Marty, who's over there out there, throwing bottles at Denver out there. Yes sir. No, that's not how this works. So it kind of messes with SSA foreign policy, and you think, yeah, it's kind of a big problem if if you don't want to like totally destroy them, go out and all total destruction and total war on them. Then how is our foreign policy going to react to this? We could have had a nice, interesting discussion here, exchanging some ideas with people, but no, no. He was let's go into the commentary. And you know why she did this? To advocate for Christianism. That is what this is. It's always Christianism. It is always Christianism. It is never anything else. Here is what it is. Let's see. So MI7, now MI6, because the intelligence agencies were incompetent. We got the name wrong. So MI7 stands for name plus birth year. So MI6 now stands for name plus birth year. 06. Let's just scroll through this. Well, we wanted to come up with a strategy. And instead of Christy Maman, she always go through this. I'll destroy you in a Bible. No, you won't. Okay, look. I will win any and every Bible contest that you put me in front of. But okay, guys. Once again, people are always doubting me for some reason. Okay, guys, we got Becca. We got we got like VBS. We did an entire episode about the best VBS theme songs. Okay. I don't know about you, but if someone does an entire episode about the best VBS theme songs, they automatically just get to it. Okay. We sped on. All right. It should be charging now. Yeah, there we go. We automatically spread on Christianity. I'm speed running evangelicalism. Yeah, sorry, Christy, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. I win the Cahoots. At least top 4, because Kahoot can be kind of iffy. Like Kahoot's book is that's not really based on who has the best knowledge. It's based on like who's faster, has the best internet. Maybe someone can come in and steal your points, but still, consistently getting top 4, top 3, mostly top 1 overall. Okay. No, Christy, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win here. Becca, have like really. What have you people been learning in church? Zip. I'm sorry. You haven't learned a thing. Okay, let me see if I can find the comments in here. But Christy tries to come up with a strategy to beat MI7. And here we go. So I said all my greatest rifles in one, but not actually the rifle, but extremely nice. Okay, go. And I say extremely nicer than you. I give her the information that she requests, and Kristen won. Instead of coming up with a strategy, she says, "Oh, later, Christy, what? No, this doesn't make sense." And then she just goes through here, and let me see if I can pull it up here, and then once again, just like does nothing. I mean, she is literally projecting. She is projecting. That is what this is. Okay. We all know this. We all know this. And I even give an AMA. I even give some evidence. I actually give evidence to prove to prove the allegations untrue. Of course, I don't need to do that because she has to actually prove the allegations true. And I gave her an opportunity to do that. I went up online yesterday, May 30th, 2025, and I said AMA me. I said AMA me, and I knew this was happening because Christy, she thinks she's smart and everything. But look, I was able to bait her on this. Okay, I knew that this was going to happen. Quote, why are you in love with MI6? What, you didn't think I was going to know that you're going to ask that question? No. Okay, this is a strategy. Okay, I know what you're going to do. I always know what you're going to do. You're so predictable. I knew what your advice was going to be before you did it because you can never. I mean, you can never ever come up with anything new. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, so I let her go through this entire question here. Okay, I said I asked her to prove it without a shadow of a doubt. Prove it, and the first thing that she does here is quote 1990s Adventure in Odyssey episode from when Connie is teaching Eugene how to drive. How is that relevant? I don't know. I really don't understand how learning how to drive in 1990s evangelical radio program is at all relevant to a 2025 allegation that has no proof. Okay, Connie Lamont, this doesn't make sense. Oh, you're a boy, but naturally means you don't know the first thing about girls. I'm a girl. Blah 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 blah. Shut up. We all have the AL wiki, Christy. We all have the AL wiki. Prove it. I asked her to ask me questions. I said no bugs allowed. Let me see if. And then she just like gave up. Oh yeah, I think she also asked. Let me see if she has some more questions. Here, she also asked if she was blonde. How again? How is that relevant? That's not relevant. Okay, okay, guys. Okay, let's step back here. That whole blonde gate thing. This is gonna blow your mind here. Was fake. It was from a fictional book called SSALTW, The Election, which is very loosely based on real events that happened in 2023. And by very loosely, I mean super duper loosely. Guys, in this book, where Blondgate happens, this is also the same book in which there was a rally shooting with Nerf guns at a mall. This is also the same book in which confidential intelligence is leaked by agents trying to break into SSA headquarters. And then there's a scooter chase while kids are shooting people with Nerf guns. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry to say this. I mean, this could have been fun. This could have been great. But Blondgate is completely fake. And it is made up from a completely different thing, from a completely different quote from someone that wasn't me. So, Chrissy, get new material, please. This is ridiculous. You're literally projecting. And you basically admitted to this to say that you didn't want the rumors about me and you to happen anyway. Which I'm all on board with that. But like, come up with a better plan than this. The whole guys, think about this. I get called a whole bunch of things online and it doesn't do anything to me. Things that I haven't even practiced for. But you know what I am practicing and I am trained for? It's anti-crush warfare. And you know what? I win every single time. So maybe don't try to like pin anything on me. It doesn't work. Find some new target. Find some other random kid. It doesn't work. You have not presented a single shred of evidence. Okay, a quote from a 90s audio drama and color of someone's hair and a heart rate of 77 is not proof. It's not proof of anything. Okay, there's barely proof that you even exist. That's not proof, Chrissy. That's not proof. Find new material. I beg you. You're literally projecting. Now I'm talking about projecting. Samsung released a projector, the Premiere 5, transform surfaces into massive home touchscreens. And we really find you to get into some actual tech articles here today. Breeze Pod actually was featured in one of our videos, in our vlog video that we posted on Wednesday. So, good things happening there for him. Samsung unveils the Premiere Projector 5 transform surfaces into massive touchscreens. Okay, this thing probably projects just slightly smaller than what Christy is projecting as well. It's about 100 inches, I believe. This is one of our AI-generated articles, but it's just from the Samsung press release as well. 3-minute read, though. So May 22nd, Samsung Electronics released the Premiere 5, which projects and it's also touchscreen as well. Oh, sorry, not 100-inch display into a 40-inch surface at their fingertips. So it's like a projector / tablet as well. Now, this is pretty interesting. I would like to see what the DPI of those things are. The compact ultra-key projector uses cutting-edge triple laser technology, which can even project up to 17 inches, which is like a foot and a half, which is, again, pretty interesting as well. And if you have a 40-inch interactive touch display, that's actually more interesting than the 100-inch projector. Because, you can get a 100-inch TV. You can get, even much bigger projectors. Of course, you have your own home movie studio, which is going to be a theater, which is going to be a whole, a lot larger than 100 inches. But I think a 40-inch touchscreen display would be really interesting, especially for maybe, depending on how it comes on camera, special effects. You can do like some collaboration. You can maybe if you were able to hook up a webcam, you can do maybe video calls. I'm not sure. I mean, that would actually be pretty interesting. Maybe you can do some of that AR stuff. Maybe like a Mosh Pod style table. Not AR, maybe like 3D models as well. So that'd be really interesting as well. You guys can go check out this vlog. We got to play around in the park. That's really fun. But the web has died. I mean, the web is dead. The web is dead. We can have its funeral. We can say our goodbyes now because Pocket has died. And it's just like, why? Like I'm not a fan of Mozilla. Okay, I just find Mozilla just being like, hey, Google's annoying and they track you and spy on you. Wah. And then they of course take money from Google that Google has to give them because the DOJ thinks that Google's trash and should give way to other smaller niche search engines like Perplexity and Ecosia. Which if Perplexity and Ecosia were any good, they'd actually be they'd be the next Google. Which if you've seen Ecosia, they are not. Anyway, Pocket was one of the few remaining applications that could aggregate content that you may not have seen. It's not like just a news reader where you have to go in and like choose the links that you want, or like an RSS feed reader where you have to choose things around because you already knew those websites existed, so you could just manually go check if you wanted to. This would just give you notifications. It's not like a news application like CNN, Fox News, THM, or The Hill, or whatever news application you like to use, because that's only going to show stories from CNN, THM, Fox News, The Hill, New York Post, whatever. Right, so it's only going to pull applications such like that, or applications like Citizen, Samsung News, Smart News. It's only going to pull from a few online publishers as well. Pocket actually gave people access to more content that was tailored to their interests, and not like short form content like on Instagram or X, actually long form content, which is actually pretty interesting to read. And like, why did we have to lose this great application? Because now everything is now still going to keep transitioning over to social media, Instagram, X, Threads, Reddit, Bluesky, which on like half those are trash platforms. Good grief. And no one's really going to be able to read much of anything. And also, web design has also kind of went worse. In the 90s, you didn't have the power to like run those interactive websites and things, but now everything, you have the power, we have the tech, and now everything's like kind of flat. Websites are kind of boring. People aren't really making them anymore, and it's really, really sad. And even if they were going to make them, you really can't find any of the content unless it's laid out in front of you. That's one of the problems I have with Kiwix. I like Kiwix. You can download all of Wikipedia, 100 gigabytes. I did a review of this and compared it to Microsoft Encarta. But the problem with this is that even though Wikipedia has more information and it's going to be more up to date, it's also 50 times larger. So that may be a plus, that may be a minus, depending on, I guess, their computer storage size. With Encarta, first of all, on only 2 gigabytes, it linked all the national anthems. That was great. You can go check out Encarta national anthem video. It's actually a pretty good version of the U.S. national anthem. But you had your own little sections. You had history, you had science, you had tech, you had, I guess, older news articles. That was pretty interesting because they were all linked back to like the early 2000s, late 1990s. So you could actually see what people were thinking in real time in that time period. It's kind of like a nice little time capsule. It's actually pretty hard to find stuff like that on the internet today because, as it makes sense, everything on the internet is trying to push to be updated to be current. So even if you had an article from 2003, if you do a little change, if you do a little edit, then it's going to show up as from 2025 so that they can improve the SEO. I'm not against SEO or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, in Encarta, everything was nice and organized and spread out, and you could actually just sit there and enjoy the content and actually explore and learn and grow, etc. And I would willingly pay $50 maybe for an encyclopedia that gets updated every 4 or 5 years. Right? You just update whoever the new current U.S. president is. You just update it there every 4 years. Just pay $50, and then you get it, and it just saves downloads to your phone. I mean, obviously you got Encarta that can download to a computer on 2 gigabytes, etc. You can get that on the phone as well. But my point is, like, the internet is so spread out. It's so hard to find things that it just kind of makes it so vast that's not really useful to just enjoy. It's being used more as a tool than as a toy. And there was applications like Pocket that could bring you that type of content. And I really like that because, like, when I was growing up, I had the internet, of course, but I like reading books and I like reading encyclopedia, and you could just learn so much information that you wouldn't otherwise have known if you weren't just directly looking for it. With the internet, of course, you won't be able to learn the information unless, of course, you're directly looking for it, or you'll see it on social media. Of course, you really shouldn't believe anything you see on social media. I mean, the stuff that people fall for under, it's ridiculous. I mean, look, Do none of y'all know how to use circle to search? Like really? I was seeing some story on there, and people were like, "Oh my goodness, this is so." But this didn't happen. This didn't happen. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up pull up the headline. I mean, it made no sense. Like, guys, you know this didn't happen, right? Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, yeah, okay. So it's some ridiculous meme. I'll make a new video about it. But like, you know full well that this didn't happen. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, so this like it's just a whole bunch of stuff that like if you just looked at guys, you know full well that didn't happen. Stop getting mad, please, please. None of that. And it's just like no. So it's nice to have a application like Pocket, which has articles from real news websites. Of course, you know these websites can get stuff inaccurate, but then they can get sued or trolled online. But anyone can just like put anything up on it online. Anyone can just put it up some random meme on Instagram pretending like, oh, Shadur Sanders actually got a call from the president of the United States who didn't call the Browns to draft him. Like, no, bro, no, this didn't happen. Okay, um, and it's just like also Pocket it aggregated more content, and I hope we can return to a world like that where you have more content aggregation, especially done offline. That's why I really like Keybooks, and I wish it had some type of skin or interface that can make it look more like Encarta. Also, I have no idea why Keybooks. It has 100 gigabytes. The national anthem is like what 30 megabytes. Why do you not have them linked into all the into all the articles on the countries? That makes zero sense. Almost as much as less sense as Christian Mond's allegations against me, which again are unfounded in nothing. Oh, you talk about MA6 all the time. Your literal point. I talk about Samsung all the time too. What you want to allege? What do you want to allege from that, Chrissy? Anyway, but hopefully, and I actually saw this application. It just came out. Actually, one of the good news videos, Google News. It was in like one of the tech sections. So I was actually reading this while I was in my car. Google released an artificial intelligence application that works. Guys, get this offline. Finally. Now I tested it out. It's kind of slow, but it allows you to import and download models from Hugging Face and run them locally on your phone. Finally, like how is this hard, people? I mean, this is great. This is really great, but like this should have been done years ago. Well, our phones are super duper powerful, and now with the depth of Pocket, this is going to be people scrolling Instagram and X trying to find some random news story that's like 90% false. Of course, like I always say, with the depth of local news, it's never going to be local. It's going to be some random thing that happened in New York or whatever. Oh, some kid got run over by a train. Like, oh, that's unfortunate, but like, how is that supposed to? What's that have to do with me? Anyway, let me see if I can find the here it's Google AI Edge Gallery. That's what it's called. It's coming to iOS phones, which that thing's probably not going to run well on some mid-range iOS phones because it was not running that well on my phone. But like my phone has 12 gigs of RAM. Your phone has 8, maybe 6 gigs of RAM. Cooked. Anyway, here's the screen grab from TechCrunch. Last week, Google quietly released an app that lets users run a range of openly available AI models from the AI platform Hugging Face. It's available for Android and will soon come to iOS. And it will allow you to run, find, download compatible models that generate images, write, and edit code, which will tap into supported phone's processors. Now, I don't know why they quietly did this. Like, I've seen so many ads for Google Veil 3, but like, that's interesting. Also, Google has the largest app store in the world, not in terms of applications, but like, in terms of devices. Why didn't they put it on the Play Store? They put it on some random link on GitHub. Literally, why? I mean, every scam AI app in the world just goes through the Play Store. It's just like, oh, got GPT-4, and they're charging like $4.99 a prompt to use ChatGPT, which is free. They have they'll be like, oh guys, this is Gemini, not Gemini. This is Gemini, and we're actually an application that combines all the AIs. We got Claude, we got Gemini, we got Grok, we got DeepSeek, we got some random Chinese AI thing that's probably stealing your data. You just like type anything in. We combine them all in here for the low price of $20 a month, but it's still gonna be rate limited, and we just kind of like have an open browser to each of them. It's kind of like a collection of links. That's all the app is. $20 a month. Plus, you have to subscribe to their services. That's what we do. I mean, every AI app and every AI scam that they have, it is just led into the Play Store. Anything you just add AI to anything, to any application, including apps that were around 10 years ago. Okay, if you like the camera app, and they'll just like add plus AI on it. Google just let you do. But no, heaven forbid, Google puts their own AI app in their own store. Nah, you gotta go to GitHub, turn off Samsung Auto Blocker, download the APK, run the APK, and then you still have to log into Hugging Face through a weird UI thing. But look, if you can finally get through all that for the two people that heard about this app, because I guess they didn't want their servers to overload or something. Like this app doesn't even use a server. This doesn't make sense. Like more people can use this app than people can use Veil 3 because no one can afford $250 a month to use Veil 3 to make fake clips of people, and everyone's freaking out about that. Like, bro, if you can't tell it's fake, that's kind of on you. Like, we've had CGI in movies for 40 years. 40 years we've had CGI. Stop acting like fake videos or new phenomenon. It's now it's going to be allowed for people who can afford $2,000 a year to afford it now. So that's still not that many people. It's ridiculous. But I am so glad to see Google stepping up in the AI game like this, even without a press release or ads or a Play Store release. I have to find this out randomly. Like I'm a tech blogger, and I didn't even know about this. You think some random person who just like cares about this knows about? No, okay, like I'll probably see some article about this app or not to be 4 years later. Okay, it'll be on CNN 10 years later. We're like, hey guys, look at this innovative app. It'll be like, but this is built into every Android phone now. Speaking of image generation, I have no idea why Photoleap, by far one of the best AI image generators, that's what we use for Ava, just up and decided to be like, nah, I'm not doing AI image generation anymore. What's wrong with you? Like, why would it? No one should be using Photoleap except for that. Like, there are much better photo editing applications than Photoleap. Why? That was the only reason I had you on my phone. Now I have to go find someone else. I mean, I got Gemini, but Gemini is rate limited to 3, and sometimes the prompts come out badly. And Gemini is also going to have a lot more protection than Photoleap. Actually, not protection as in I forgot what it's called. Protection in terms of like say censorship or whatever is actually less censored than Photoleap. But like Gemini, you can't do the Photoleap workarounds that I figured out. But like now, I mean, why would you take AI image generation away? Why? I mean, it even had face swap built right into the application. It was the best AI image generator mobile app on phones, in my opinion. That didn't cost you like $4.99 a day. Okay, it didn't cost you $50,000, your firstborn child, and half your private data. It's uploaded to some random Saudi Arabia server or anything like that. No, okay, this is a good company from Israel. So a great country that also created the Pegasus malware, which great. I mean, again, such great tech coming out of that country. Just so high tech, honestly. But like I guess yeah. I mean, sad. Just sad. I mean, do better. Do better, Photoleap. Anyway, I think we have a YouTube video that we're supposed to react to. I wanted to react to the Smurfs trailer because that thing. I don't even know what the who said yes to that, and can I meet them? I mean, it's not as bad as Napoleon Dynamite or like that Asian girl in Lemonade Mouth who deserve to be drone struck, but It's up there. I mean, as far as trailers go, like, why would anyone watch that? I was actually gonna download it. I couldn't find the correct version that I was actually seeing, and actually use my new. I actually updated my phone to One UI 7 stable version, and it has the new interface that for AI image removal. So it looks like what it looks like on the S25 series, and it also has AI background audio eraser removal as well. So that's really interesting. So I was actually going to download that and erase the music from the song so that we could play it on the show. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the correct clip. All right, guys. Does anyone in the chat have anything they want to say to us today? We didn't really have that much to get into as far as tech news. It's really sad that web is essentially dying. Like apparently, like 6 people. Let's actually look at the statistics of the techboy.org, the former website that got about 1 to 2,000 hits a month, putting out the same content, 3 articles every week, putting out a podcast every week. Let's look at our dashboard, and oh my gosh, this is like what? In the last 7 days, we have received a grand total of, guys, get this, 11 visitors. What happened to you people? What? Okay, 11 visitors in the last 7 days. I don't wait. Is that in the hours? Is the last 7 hours? Let's look at the last 4 weeks. Like what? What is this statistics? You're trying to explain why would no one come to the website in the period of May 20th to May 29th? It makes absolutely no sense. When we normally hit, and if I'm, let me see if I can show you guys this on the screen. 3 months. Okay, look, 2,000 people showed up in April. Like 800 of y'all showed up in May, and like none of y'all showed up in June. I guess because time. It's June somewhere. What is wrong with this? Like this is ridiculous. Okay, why is the website just dying like this? This once again shows that the web is dying. That's so sad. Actually, I do remember ending up in one of those Google Discover feeds one time, and to all 6 of you, which is about the listenership of the Open View. Once again,